Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap video here for the S&P 500 and trade plan for next week. And real quick here, I was looking at these somewhere between 260 and 262 calls about 4 weeks in the future off of the 50 and 8 EMAs up here. As it turns out, I did get into the 15 February 262s here at 505. Didn't quite pick the exact bottom, but I got in on the way down right at support just like I wanted. Very precise. Very specific setup on an intraday time frame that I had did trigger me in. Popped up the next day very nicely, did not take any profits, came back down, retested these lows. Again, did not have a strong close below any of my significant levels, so just had to sit on my hands, wait, see what happened. Next day, follow through, and Friday did take some off here at $7. So overall, nice trade so far. We have a potential measured move of a cup and handle up to about 272. This here's the cup. This is the depth. Depth added to the breakout, if it does occur, is approximately 272. Now what could happen here, let me get this line off here. What could happen here is we trend down a little bit for a day or two, probably just one day because that was only a $2 drop. Fill this gap, find support at either the 8 or EMA or the 50 SMA, and then finally catch some more buyers. So right now on that daily time frame, we have now set up into a range, price gapped above what looked like was going to be a continuation flag pattern. Didn't quite take out the highs, but there was a significant amount of volume. So this tells me there is participation in the move higher. Whether or not that continues, we'll have to wait to see. On to what I'm looking at on Monday. Not looking to do anything too actively here with the SP 500. However, if we do trend back down to the 8 EMA, I will add into those 262 calls as long as I don't get a strong break below and close below. The 50 SMA at some point here in the near future is going to start flattening out, which means price action is probably going to go sideways. And I really am not afraid of this price action. Just touch on a few things over here on the daily time frame. Actually, I'm going to zoom out to the week. This uptrending channel, as I mentioned in my last video from 2018, has now been reclaimed, closed above once and now twice, put in inside week here this week, which just means price action could not get outside of last week's price action. So maintain position at the highs of the week. So it tells me we're most likely, or at least it looks more probable that we go up before we go down, which means my next target, that 272 level for that cup and handle. So want to touch on this again as price action in an intraday basis anyways, or on a lot of charts. If you have a channel that breaks outside, either say a downtrend channel breaks up and comes back in, it usually comes back to test the bottom side of it. Now this is an uptrending channel, it fell out and has now reclaimed it. So in my opinion, we're most likely going to test this high side by the end of the year at the very least, which means we'll put our S&P 500 at the end of the year over $300 a share. So we'll see if that does maintain true and happen for me. I want to go to the S&P E-mini futures. The weekly actually did close red a little bit. It's a short week, so the volume is going to be a little bit lower than usual. But what's more interesting on the daily time frame is volume is present. We have very nice support off the 8 EMA, even with the pre-market is what mostly made up this initial push up higher on low volume. Fact is, algos were pushing the price up, and to me it looks like they're going to continue to do so. Need to get above this red bar here of 2673.50. Should not be a problem, although we did have some selling here at the end of the day. But anyways, this looks to me like a typical continuation pattern. You have a strong move up, couple day pullback, strong move up again. So strong move up, pull back, another strong move up. So in my opinion, next week on Monday, Tuesday, we're going to take out these previous highs, come up here, at least test this trend line, probably the 200-day moving average around 2740. So we'll see what happens going forward. For now, in position for further upside. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good weekend and good luck on Monday.